joining us to review some of the headlines of today's newspaper is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Finney. We still have in the studio Dayo Shoboli.
Good afternoon, Aaron. Good afternoon, Vembai. Good afternoon, Dayo.
Good afternoon.
Yes, we'll start with this day, Nigeria's newspaper of record. We'll start with the lead story. Legal framework will prevent governors from abusing state police, says Senate leader. Insists it's best for effective security, functional economy. Nigeria has police-citizen ratio of 1 to 650, far cry from United Nations minimum ratio of 1 to 460. Yes, the state police idea, it's an idea whose time has come and is gaining traction. The Senate leader, Okpeyemi Bamidele, restating the fact that, well, by the time they finish the amendment of the Constitution, they will put in place legal framework that will make it almost impossible for governors to abuse state police.
Wait and see.
Well, you want to say better said than done, because anybody wants to abuse position, power, or whatever, will do so, irrespective of law. But clearly, the idea of multi-layer policing is one that we need at this time with the insecurity in the country. Yes. So, yes, I don't think we should worry too much about who is likely to abuse state police. Because, like the Senate leader said, there will be legal framework, and any governor who will be operating outside legal framework, of course, there will be a way to call that governor to order. Well, you want to say easier said than done.
Exactly.
But you must give the governors or whoever is in office benefit of doubt. Because if they break the law, I mean, people can always petition and take them to court. People are just, see, it's the human element. And it's always present. There's no way, that some people will abuse that power for their own end against political opponents. That's what they are trying to say. Just like we have on the ground now, this state INEC, you see that in all the state local government elections, it's the party in power that wins. That's the sort of fear people are having about this state policing too.
Okay.
Let's hope we never gets to that.
Okay.
But we need it to secure ourselves.
Yes,
first.
I agree with you.
Yes.
And the governors are pushing for it this time around. So we hope that we'll get somewhere this time around.
And pray
now, the story above the masthead, Mele Kyari blames oil output decline on underinvestment, theft, pipeline constraints, says NNPC rolling out rig share program set to drill 53 additional wells. Yes, a lot of effort, but we hope we'll be getting the result, because right now Nigeria's production is hovering between 1.2 million barrels per day and 1.4 million barrels per day. The whole idea is to get to 2 million as soon as it is possible.
There's always a story. We have these great targets, but somehow there's always a challenge that can't be
that's performance.
And it's the same NNPC that is not that will give excuse for
after setting the target.
After setting the target. And another story just below there, Komolafe, with growing investment in renewables, electric vehicles, Nigeria must aggressively exploit its fossil fuels. Benga Komolafe, the executive secretary of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulation Corporation. He is saying that, look, with renewables, with electric vehicles, we'll just get our oil stock there in the ground. So we must do everything to bring that oil out now and sell it now that we can still sell oil and make good money. Well,
but you see, in that regard, the Arab states are already fighting for us. Though they have only oil to get behind. So they are now sponsoring the transition to renewable and telling the powers that be that we are doing transition, but at the same time, what we have now is what we must use. Because the renewable are not steady. They say they are intermittent.
No, but
But the fossil fuel is still there.
Yes, but you know, with
So
a lot of
we'll go away
research
from
going
fossil-
on, those who have oil, bring out your oil now.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
They're aggressive about it. And Mr. Gbega Komolafe is saying that the oil communities should also cooperate.
That's what the
So that
Arab
you have a
countries
secure
are
environment for investors to come in. Because remember recently they went on this roadshow in Texas, inviting investors, wooing investors, adding sweeteners for investors to come. But if the communities don't cooperate, then there's no security, investors will not come. I think the message is very clear. Now, still on petrol, the Punch newspaper.
Okay.
Dangote petrol supply. Federal government may slide 6 trillion naira fuel import. 520 billion naira monthly fuel import expected to drop as Dangote begins supply in June. Yes, at the CEO forum in Kigali recently, Aliko Dangote, the promoter of the Dangote refineries, one of the world's biggest, is saying that, well, effective sometime in June, to quote him proper, sometime in June, that petroleum products, including PMS, will start coming out of that refinery. And it's enough to take care of not only Nigeria, but the entire West African region. And in fact, in terms of aviation fuel, they can take care of the whole of Africa. Good news. And that will mean that we'll not be importing so much fuel, petroleum products again.
Mr. Feni, I don't think anybody cares where the petroleum comes from. For now, the most important thing is for the price to crash.
I care.
You care where it comes from?
It should come from home.
Even if
And
it's
let the
expensive.
It should come from home,
Let the refineries
not from
work.
abroad.
Isn't the
Let the
priority for it to be
refineries work.
affordable first?
Well, that is another matter altogether.
Let
But
the
it should come from home. But where I even worry is that even when the product is not coming from home, but we have a situation where Dangote has to import crude from America.
So it comes back to price.
So that's what I'm worried about. Not we'll deal with the pricing later, Vimba, right? Now, the Guardian newspaper, MPC meeting decision further hike anticipated as inflation interest rates converge at 30%. The MPC Monetary Policy Committee meeting will hold tomorrow, and they will come up with, as usual, expectedly, there will be further rate hike. But experts are saying continuous hike in the rate is also detrimental to the economy. But, of course, inflation, the naira, and its value will also occupy those in the...
some foreign news now.
will, of course, will occupy the minds of the MPC meeting. If we, of course, another story on the front page of The Guardian, minimum wage, NLC reject 100,000 naira as federal government labor shift ground. So the federal government has moved position, 100,000 naira on the table. Well,
Getting closer.
Yeah, getting close. Well, the negotiation will continue. If we look at the Citizen newspaper of South Africa, experts vote in droves. Expatriates are now casting their votes ahead of the May 29 election in South Africa. Expatriates, in 2019, only 20,000 voted, but now 70,000 expatriates are coming out to vote.
So a big group at
That's
the embassy in
South
Abuja.
Africans who left the country to other places for... Why in the diaspora for
Diaspora,
for greener pastures.
Those are not expatriates.
No, that's how they call them in South Africa, the expats, expatriates, right?
That's war
tells you that they are taking more interest in what's happening in the country.
They want to go home. The grass is not always greener. Sometimes you want to go home.
Of course,
But there are many
something-
South Africans abroad.
Yes.
Well, that's what he's saying. Over 70,000 have voted so
voted
far.
in this election.
How much is that?
Now,
That's significant.
The Herald newspaper of Harare.
As we close.
SADC holds extraordinary
That's in
summit.
Zimbabwe.
Yes, the
Mr. Shobolesi, can you see he has started?
the heads of state are meeting in Harare today in Southern Africa to raise awareness concerning the food shortage as a result of the El Nino rain that has caused food shortage in the Southern Africa. But you must look at Tehran Times. where it is being reported, martyrdom in the line of duty. Of course, the president,
I think we overshot
Ibrahim Raisi,
time.
died in that plane crash in eastern Iran.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.